This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The Regatta Track and Field Championships getting underway today in Curacao, and that's where we find our Charles Fisher.
Jungle Congos allowed and present for the first session. First event for Team Bahamas 100-meter hurdles octagon for girls, lane number 4. Athlete in the aquamarine black and gold, Kimona Wilson, racing to a 6th place finish in 15.57 seconds. She will compete in 6 events over the next 2 days. 100-meter prelims going straight to semifinals later on this evening, so the 40-meter semis were up next. Under 18 girls, Megan Moss went out and cruised to a 1st place finish in a time of 56.33. Tanisha Anderson had to leave the high jump to the 40 meters and didn't look like it had any effect on her at all. She finished her heat in a time of 55.05, the fastest of the qualifiers. Boys under 18, still looking good. The momentum, Tyrell Sims would cross the line second in 49.58. Corey Sherrod, he too taking his heat in 49.11. Under 20 girls not as strong as both failed to move on. Gabrielle Shannon 5th in her heat in 58.84 seconds, while Kanisha Marshall was 6th in 57.22. Under 20 boys, Bradley Dormius just missing out on a lane in the finals, 5th in 48.73. Lavado Henfield also just missing out, 3rd in 49.44. 2 field event finals, Tanisha back to the high jump. It probably had an effect on her from running the 40 meters. She would finish 4th in the under 18 girls, 5 feet 6. Now to the under 18 girls shot put. Acacia Aswood 7th with a toss of 41 feet 1 inch, and Latia Sanders, she finished 14th, tossing 33 feet 1. Must be looking forward to this evening session. Bahamas looking to pick up their first medal of these games.
Yes, we're all excited for this evening. The 100's out after a change in the scheduling. The 100s are going to be out, both the semis and the finals, and we'll also see the finals of the 400 meters. So we're looking forward to persons like Divine Parker taking the track along with Jada Knowles. Also, we have Adrian Curry. So we're looking, like you said, for us to attain our first medal, and we're looking forward to the goal ultimately.
So it's going to be an exciting evening session here at the Enrico National Stadium in Curacao, who's hosting the games for the first time. ZNS Total Sports, the only channel bringing you it from Curacao. Back to you in the Bahamas.
The Regatta Swimming Championships also underway. Kelsey Johnson stopped by earlier today.
They came from near and far with whistles, horns, and of course their flags in hand, ready to wave and push the swimmers from their respective countries onto the medal podium. This year's Regatta Swimming Championships is stacked. 26 countries, including the Bahamas, are participating. In the count, defending champions Guadeloupe, who will love to take the overall trophy back with them.
We have a good preparation. We are motivated. There's a lot of people who come this year. Look, I think we can win.
The squad from Jamaica has a big cheering section for the 4-day swim meet. Cayman Island also has a large number of cheerleaders here, but the Bahamas is the biggest of them all, and the crew plan to bring out the drums and cowbells down at the Betty Kenning Kelly Aquatic Center.
Everybody is motivated. Bahamas is a very nice place. When we come here, we expect to do well. We did really well in CISC last time, and we expect to do well in this one.
I think we're going to have a very good showing this year, for sure. We have 31 swimmers, which is the most we've ever had. As a team, they're generally swimming very, very fast, so there isn't one standout that I could name.
Oh, I think we're going to do well. Our kids are strong and ready to go. We're here to cheer and bring our kids home. We got the team, we got the home crowd advantage.
Next year's championship will be held in Jamaica. They are readying themselves to welcome the top swimmers in the region.
I'm the chairman of the organizing committee for next year, so I came to see, what good things I can take from here and what mistakes may be made or what solutions we can have for some of our problems.
Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
Now also taking part in this year's Carifta Swim Championships, the U.S. Virgin Islands and Trinidad and Tobago.
We have a big team this year, so hopefully we can get a lot of finals.
We have a young team. It's a mix of experience and young swimmers who are making their debut. The team is really preparing for CCCAN, which is later this year. So we hope that as many swimmers as possible can make finals and then try to make the podium.
We've got a bunch of people seated first in their events and a bunch of people in the top 3, so I hope we get a lot of medals.
The Bahamas Baseball Federation putting on a showcase this weekend for international scouts. 40 of the country's best young players being given the opportunity of a lifetime. And John Gilmore of the Tampa Bay Rays likes what he's seen.
There's a lot of speed on the bases. There's a lot of guys really making great throws. We're coming to scout to get a good view of how the island is in terms of development, and it's a place we've actually decided we'd like to spend a lot of time to figure out what the players are doing and see how they can potentially fit into the future with the Rays. We have Lucius Fox on our team now through a trade, and we certainly want to build upon the ability of the players that we're seeing in the Bahamas actually excel in baseball, so that's something that would actually profit the Rays and help Major League Baseball overall.
They put on a professional showcase where they go and run the 60-yard dash. They'll do infield and outfield to showcase their arms, speed, so the scouts can be able to do their evaluation from that standpoint. Then we'll go into a game against the two teams, the Aqua against Gold, today and tomorrow. And then they will continue to do the evaluations and see what they like and who possibly they might like to take a look at.
The Auckland's Regatta hitting a bit of a snag. For more on that, here's Julian Gibson.
Benson, on Thursday we saw the same shot, the Lady Rosalind arriving into Auckland with all the sailing sloops on board. Well, today is Saturday and the boats are still on the Lady Rosalind. Delbert, I guess, is official now because of the weather conditions here in Auckland. You have to postpone this regatta.
Yeah, we have no choice. We have to complete this in Nassau. I'm not going to put these boys at risk. I'm not going to put these sloops at risk. There's too much involved here. That's why we didn't even bother taking them off the decks. Conditions have just deteriorated ever since we got here. Initially, the winds were in the west, about 20 to 25. Right now, the wind has pulled up into the northeast and is blowing between 30 and 35 knots. We would have liked to have gotten this done here, the sailing part of it. Julian, the good part about this is that we have shown that regattas can coexist with the religious community. That was the whole hang-up about doing regattas during the Easter, and we have forged an alliance with the religious community, and we have shown that this can work.
In Auckland, reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I am Julian Gibson.
And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned, check on weather still to come.